Hi there. Welcome to the Easy English Podcast. I'm Lisa, and I'm so excited to be your guide for today's fun and useful topic. Have you ever felt a bit nervous when trying to speak English? Do you sometimes wish you could understand more of what others are saying in English? Maybe you're just beginning your English journey. Or perhaps you've been studying for a while and now want to sharpen your speaking and listening skills. Either way, you're in the right place. In today's episode, we're going to help you build confidence in speaking English and get better at understanding it, even if you're still a beginner. We'll explore some of the most common situations where speaking English is necessary and give you helpful vocabulary and phrases to make those moments feel smoother and easier. Let's begin by asking yourself a few questions. How often do you actually practice speaking English? Is it difficult sometimes to follow what people are saying? Are there situations where you feel more at ease or more anxious when speaking English? The truth is, understanding and speaking English doesn't have to feel overwhelming. With practice, it becomes easier, and in this episode, we'll make that practice enjoyable. You'll pick up useful expressions for things like introducing yourself, having small talk, ordering food, asking for directions, and much more. By the end of this episode, you'll be equipped with more tools to use in real-life conversations, and your confidence will grow as a result. Ready to take your English listening and speaking up a level? Let's jump in. Let's go through a short example conversation. Person 1 says, "Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Canada." Person 2 replies, "Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm John from the UK. What do you do?" Person 1 says, "I'm a teacher. I teach English to beginners." Person 2 responds, "That's great. How long have you been teaching English?" Then person 1 says, "I've been teaching for about 5 years now. How about you? What do you do?" See how a simple introduction led to more questions? Notice how both people listened and responded. That's what helps keep conversations flowing smoothly. Another key part of speaking English is pronunciation. Don't worry if your accent isn't perfect. What matters most is being understood. To work on your pronunciation, listen closely to native speakers and try repeating what they say. There are great tools out there, YouTube videos, podcasts, language apps that can help you practice. Now let's move on to another common situation: ordering food in a restaurant. Whether you're traveling or just at an English-speaking restaurant, you'll probably find yourself in this situation. Here's an example. The waiter says, "Hello, how are you today?" You reply, "Hi, I'm good, thank you. I'd like to order, please." Then the waiter asks, "Sure, what would you like?" You respond, "I'd like a cheeseburger and fries, please." The waiter asks, "Anything to drink?" And you say, "I'll have a cola, please." In situations like this, it's important to be polite. Using words like please and thank you shows respect. And if you're not sure how to say something, don't be afraid to ask. You can say things like, "Could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?" Or even, "Can you speak a little more slowly, please?" These phrases come in handy when you need clarification, and most people will be happy to help. Let's talk about another real-life situation: asking for directions. Picture yourself in a new city trying to get to the nearest subway station. You could ask, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the subway station?" A local might reply, "Sure, go straight down this street and take the first left. The subway entrance will be on your right." Then you say, "Thank you very much," and they respond, "You're welcome." In this kind of conversation, being polite with phrases like "excuse me" and "thank you" makes the interaction smoother and more natural. And here's something to always keep in mind. Practice really does make perfect. The more you listen and speak in English, the more confident you'll become. Try to speak English with others as much as you can, even if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and everyone brings you closer to improvement. You can also boost your skills by listening to podcasts, watching English movies, or using language apps. These will help you get used to different accents, speaking speeds, and vocabulary. If spoken English feels hard to understand at first, start with slower content made for beginners. Then, as you improve, you can challenge yourself with faster and more advanced material. Joining English-speaking groups or doing language exchanges with native speakers can also be a fantastic way to practice and get better at pronunciation and listening. Feeling a bit more ready to start conversations in English? Just remember, both listening and speaking are skills that improve over time. What matters most is to keep practicing and not worry too much about making mistakes. Everyone starts as a beginner, and with time, you'll see real progress. Now let's explore another useful situation, making small talk. Small talk is casual conversation that helps you connect with others. You'll often use small talk when meeting someone new, at a party, in a meeting, or even while waiting in line. When making small talk, it helps to ask open-ended questions. Questions that need more than just a yes or no to answer. For example, you can ask, "How was your weekend?" "What do you enjoy doing in your free time?" Or, "Have you traveled anywhere recently?" Questions like these show interest in the other person and help them open up. Let's also look at how to respond to small talk. For example, someone asks how your weekend was, and you say, "I had a great weekend, thank you. I went hiking with friends." Or if they ask what you do in your free time, you might say, "I like to read and watch movies." You could even say, "I just came back from a beach trip. It was really relaxing." These answers are friendly and provide more information, which helps the conversation keep going. Talking about the weather is another common part of small talk. It's one of the easiest ways to start a conversation, especially if you're not sure what else to say. Here are some examples. "It's really sunny today, isn't it?" Or, "I heard it might rain this weekend." Or, "It's been so cold lately. I can't wait for summer." Weather talk is simple, safe, and something everyone can contribute to. Let's now turn to another everyday situation: shopping. Whether you're buying clothes, groceries, or electronics, being able to talk while shopping is useful. Here's an example. A shop assistant says, "Hello, how can I help you today?" And you reply, "Hi, I'm looking for a jacket. Can you show me where they are?" The assistant might say, "Sure, the jackets are on the right side of the store." You respond, "Great, thank you." Then they say, "You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else." Using polite phrases like, "Can you show me?" and "thank you" makes your English sound more natural and respectful. If you need help finding something, you can also ask, "Excuse me, where can I find the electronics section?" Or, "Do you have this in another color?" Or, "How much does this cost?" These phrases will help you feel more comfortable when shopping in English-speaking places. And what if you're in a situation where you need help, but you're unsure how to ask? It's perfectly okay to ask for clarification. You can say, "Sorry, could you explain that again?" Or, I'm not sure I understand. Can you say it more slowly? Or, could you repeat that, please? These polite phrases show that you're interested in understanding and want to keep the conversation going. Let's finish by talking about hobbies and interests. Being able to share what you enjoy doing gives you more to talk about when meeting people. Here's an example. Person 1 asks, "What do you like to do in your free time?" And person 2 replies, "I love playing sports, especially soccer. How about you?" Person 1 answers, "I enjoy reading and hiking, and I like cooking new recipes too." Talking about hobbies is a great way to connect. It shows your personality and makes conversations more enjoyable. If you're not sure what to say, just ask the other person about their hobbies. It's a great way to keep chatting. Finally, let's talk about how to respond when someone gives you a compliment. Compliments are common in conversations, especially with people you've just met. If someone says something nice to you, here are a few ways to reply. "Thank you. That's very kind of you." Or, "I really appreciate that." Or even, "You're so sweet. Thank you." It's important to respond politely and show appreciation when someone gives you a compliment. It's also a nice gesture to return a compliment if you feel comfortable. Another topic that often comes up in conversations is discussing future plans. This might include your career, travel ambitions, or personal goals. Take a look at this example of how future plans might be discussed in conversation. Person 1. "What are your plans for the future?" Person 2. "I'm hoping to travel across Europe next summer. How about you?" Person 1. "I want to finish my degree and find a job in marketing." Talking about future goals is a great way to understand more about someone's aspirations. You can use expressions like "I plan to" or "I'm hoping to" when speaking about what's ahead. These are just a few examples of how to practice both listening and speaking in different social contexts. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. It's completely okay not to get everything perfect right away. Over time, your confidence and your English skills will grow. So, what's next for you? Which situation would you like to practice? Do you think you're ready to begin having real conversations in English? Keep listening, keep speaking, and above all, keep practicing. You'll be surprised how much progress you can make by putting in just a little effort each day. Now, let's take a look at more real-life situations where you might use English. These are common day-to-day interactions that can help you become better at both listening and speaking. One important example is ordering food or drinks at a cafe or restaurant. This is a frequent situation where knowing the right phrases comes in handy. Here's a simple example. Waiter: "Hello, how can I help you today?" You: "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." Waiter: "Sure. What type of coffee would you like?" You: "I'll have a cappuccino, please." Waiter: "Great choice. Will that be for here or to go?" You: "For here, please." Waiter: "All right. Your cappuccino will be ready shortly." This example shows how to make polite requests and respond appropriately. Notice how words like please and thank you are used to sound polite. It's also useful to know how to ask for specific sizes or types of drinks or food. For instance, "I'll have a small latte, please. Can I get a sandwich with no cheese? Or do you have any vegetarian options?" These simple statements are practical for ordering, and practicing them can boost your confidence in restaurants or cafes. Another common Scenario is talking about your work or studies. When you meet someone new, they might ask what you do. Here's an example. Person 1. What do you do for a living? You. I'm a teacher. I teach English. How about you? Person 1. I'm a student. I'm studying business at university. You. That's great. How long have you been studying business? Person 1. For about 2 years now. Talking about work or school is a good way to learn more about each other and share information about yourself. You can also ask about their job or studies to keep the conversation flowing. Speaking of casual conversations, hobbies are always a great topic. Whether you're at a party or just chatting with a friend, talking about your interests helps you come across as approachable and friendly. Here's an example. Person 1. What do you like to do in your free time? You. I enjoy playing the guitar. I also like watching movies. Person 1. That's awesome. What kind of movies do you like? You. I love action movies, especially ones with a strong storyline. The conversation flows naturally as both people share their interests. Don't hesitate to ask follow-up questions like, what kind of music do you play? Or, what's your favorite movie? Now, let's shift to the topic of travel. Whether you're planning a new trip or remembering a past vacation, travel makes for a fun and engaging subject. For example, Person 1. Have you gone on any trips recently? You. Yes, I just returned from Paris. It was amazing. Person 1. Wow. What did you do there? You. I visited the Eiffel Tower, explored museums, and enjoyed lots of French food. Person 1. That sounds fantastic. I've always wanted to visit Paris. Talking about travel helps you exchange experiences and learn about different places. You can ask about cities, countries, or travel stories. It's an exciting subject full of interesting details and memories. Another great way to connect is by talking about your family. Family conversations often help people bond, as many enjoy sharing about their loved ones. Here's an example. Person 1. Tell me about your family. You. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. We're all pretty close. Person 1. That's nice. What are your siblings like? You. My oldest brother is really funny and my sister is super creative. We like spending weekends together. To continue the conversation, you might ask questions like, do you have any siblings? Or, how about your family? It shows interest in the other person's life and helps build a connection. Let's also look at how to talk about emotions. Though it can be a bit personal, sharing your feelings deepens conversations. Whether you're explaining a long day or something that made you happy, it's helpful to know how to express emotions. For example, Person 1. How are you feeling today? You. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing okay. How about you? Person 1. I'm feeling great. I had a really good day at work. You. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Talking about how you feel helps others understand you better and strengthens your connection. Just be sure to remain polite and respectful when discussing sensitive topics. These examples provide a solid foundation for practicing English in various everyday settings. The more you speak and listen, the more natural it becomes. Keep practicing daily, whether through real conversations, listening to podcasts, or speaking with friends, and you'll see steady improvement. In our next session, we'll go over more useful topics for daily English practice. But for now, let's continue with more everyday situations. One common scenario is asking for directions. If you're in a new area, knowing how to ask politely is essential. For example, you. Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for the nearest bus stop. Person. Sure. Walk down this street and you'll see it on the right. You. Thank you. How long will it take to get there? Person. About 5 minutes on foot. You. Great. Thanks again. Person. No problem. Have a nice day. It's helpful to ask how far something is or how long it will take. Being polite, using excuse me and thank you, is key in these interactions. Similarly, asking for help in a store or mall is another everyday situation. Here's an example. You. Excuse me, can you help me find the shampoo section? Employee. Of course, it's in aisle 5. You. Thanks. Do you have any discounts today? Employee. Yes, there's a 10% sale on selected items. You. That's great. I'll check it out. Thanks. Again. Knowing how to ask simple questions in stores will boost your confidence while shopping or running errands. Next up is small talk, a skill useful in social gatherings, casual meetings, or when meeting someone new. Here's a sample conversation. You. Hi, how's it going? Person. Good. Thanks. How about you? You. I'm doing well. Just getting ready for the weekend. Person. Nice. Got any fun plans? You. Yeah. I'm going hiking with some friends. What about you? Person. I'm just going to relax at home. Sounds like you'll have fun. Small talk helps break the ice and lets you share a bit about yourself. It doesn't need to be deep, just friendly and relaxed. Another go-to topic is the weather. It's often the first thing people talk about in casual situations. You. It's such a beautiful day today, isn't it? Person. Yes. It's sunny and warm. After all that cold weather, this is a nice change. You. I agree. It's great to finally enjoy some sunshine. Person. Definitely. I think it'll stay like this for a few days. This kind of chat is an easy way to start a conversation, especially with someone new. Talking about time is another common theme. Whether you're making plans or checking a schedule, it's useful to know how to discuss it. For instance, you. What? Time does the movie start? Person. It starts at 7:30 p.m. You. Perfect. How long is the movie? Person. About 2 hours. You. Great. I'll be on time. It's important to express time clearly, especially when organizing meetups or appointments. Now let's consider inviting someone out. For example, you. Hey, would you like to grab a coffee sometime this week? Person. That sounds great. I'd love to. You. How about Thursday afternoon? Person. Thursday works. What time? You. How about 2 p.m.? Person. Perfect. See you then? Knowing how to invite someone is useful for socializing. It helps you build relationships and make plans. One of the most important parts of speaking English is being clear and understandable. Whether you're ordering food, making small talk, or asking for help, clarity matters. Don't rush. Take your time to practice and don't hesitate to ask if something isn't clear. Also, be an active listener. Pay attention, ask questions, and respond thoughtfully. It not only helps you improve your English, but makes you a better conversationalist. Let's wrap up with polite requests. For example, You. Could you please pass me the salt? Person. Sure, here you go. You. Thanks. Person. No problem. Using please and thank you shows respect and makes conversation smoother. There are so many ways to use English every day. The more you practice in real-life situations, the more natural it will feel. Language learning takes time, but with regular practice, you'll get better and more confident. And that's all for today's episode. You've gone through useful phrases and scenarios that can help you improve your English listening and speaking skills. The more you engage with real-life conversations, the more comfortable you'll feel. Whether it's asking for directions, chatting about the weather, or inviting someone for coffee, keep practicing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of the learning process. Keep going, and speaking English will soon feel natural. Thanks for joining us today. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep growing your English. See you in the next episode.